Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Before you get it, baby, show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Boy, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind. You walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight. Ooh, show me your soul, baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Can't you see it's way past time? How explicit do I have to be? I mean, I spell it out before you get it, baby. Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine.
Oh, shaking my head this morning. Wait till I tell y'all what happened to me just a few minutes ago. But anyway, I'll get to it. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the 24th day of Junio. June. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments, and I'm your host, Lauren Michaels Harris. I'm wondering why no one's asked me what happened to the robe, the bathrobe. Well, I decided to not wear them in the summer because it's just way too hot, right? I don't need any help overheating, if you know what I mean. So that's what that is. Oh my goodness, let me tell you. I was standing outside. I was watering, right? It's supposed to rain today, but just in case, because it gets hot and I got all these flowers and stuff, right? I have my little garden. You guys seen that on my page? It's working. Anyway, so I'm out there. I got the water thing, the bucket thing, you know, I fill it up and I go in a park. Hit the roses this morning. And I'm standing there minding my business, looking around, looking for Charlie and Louise. There's some squirrels that I feed every day that, you know, kind of live here. And anyway, all of a sudden, I'm like, my legs are tingling. I look down. There must have been 40 little ants just crawling. Oh, look, I never knew I could tap dance, but I did. I tapped out one humdinger of a routine immediately, trying to get them off. It was too many for me to try to run. I didn't want to touch them, right? So so I am so glad that a kid came by on one of those Segway things Saturday. And at first I was like, yeah, no, I don't want your little pest service, you know, for bugs and stuff. Then he pointed to a hornet's nest up above the front light. Then he pointed to all those cobwebs out around the mulch. And I was like, okay, I'm so glad because I did not want to send any of those little ants into the light this morning. But if they got underneath those feet that were tap dancing, they gone because I wasn't playing with it. Oh, and now everything I touch, I think it's one of them. How long is that gonna last today? Pray for me. Send lots of light and love. Okay, so that's it. Hey, our best content, I always say, is found inside of the life we're currently living or that life we've most recently lived. So good morning to all of you. We are here today yet again to fulfill that promise, which states that when two or more of us comes together, something wonderful is going to happen. Today is no exception. So I have a good friend here. He's been here before. I know y'all know him, right? I'm thinking I should call him the artist formerly known as Sonny Von Cleveland, because I'm changing his name to Sonny Von Cray Cray. You heard it here first. I'm just kidding. Well, what do you mean? What do I mean? Cray cray. Oh, okay, you 8Xers. Don't be coming for me. I see y'all like, what the hell he say? Right? Okay. Stay away from our leader. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys why I say that. And I say that in the most loving way possible. Just a great guy. So interesting. And so the best way, like they say back on the yard, I can show you better than I can tell you. So take a look. You'll know what I mean.
What up, music mob? It's your boy, Sonny Von Cleveland. Welcome to my channel. Listen, this is a new channel. I had to restart and rebuild from the bottom. And listen, I've never, ever backed down from a fight. Welcome
Come on, man, Cletus. Come on.
Welcome to Sonny Von Cleveland.
Ain't nobody scared.
Reaction channel where I do a plethora of music.
Oh, you're going to use a big word on me. Okay, now
name.
you're going to fight dirty, huh?
There's just a ton of them. Dreamcatcher, Blackpink,
Who you calling
Tom
Black?
McDonald. I do everything. I do everything here, and I'm all about it, man. And I hope that you will find something entertaining here, that you'll find some type of content you can relate to, that you like. I
got something you can relate to.
Help people.
Call me Black again.
In whatever situations they're in their life. I love to do podcasts. I love to do interviews with people, and we do plenty of them. Right
why don't you just say a plethora of them?
To the ADX Nation. I greatly
big word
appreciate
user.
your support.
Okay, you wait. We're going to have a big word contest when you get in here. That's what we're going to do.
Button and come check out some of the amazing content. We don't have a lot of content on the channel right now, but promise you a lot is coming. We will be rebuilding. We'll be back.
I'm feeling that artwork. How about y'all? Put it in the comments.
The old videos.
Okay. I don't know why I'm playing all that, because he's going to come in here. I ain't going to be able to get a word in edgewise, so I'm just playing. You could tell that this is my buddy. You guys, get ready. We're going to have a great time. And even though he's been here before, let's stay on our P's and Q's, and let's do what we do. We pour into others in the manner in which we want to be poured into ourselves. So having said that, can you do me a favor? It's not going to hurt, and it's free. Put some hearts on the screen and put your heart into today's interview as we bring to the stage. Here it comes. Sonny Von Cray Cray Cleveland.
Sonny Von Cray Cray. I like it.
I know. That could be an alter ego.
And for the record, I called you Blackpink, my guy.
I know. I was having, that was kind of fun because I didn't know what you were going to say, but I was hanging on each word. So I said, he let him drop anything. I'm picking it up. I ain't playing. Drop anything. Because, I'm trying to hone my little comedic skills.
I see. You're doing good.
Do you see on my page, I got a script?
You do.
Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah, I got a script by a movie.
Facebook much.
A movie place out in Hollywood sent me a script and asked me if I would read for 6 parts.
Ooh.
But pick which one. They said, look at all these, and when we do the reading, we want you to pick the ones you want. So that's Sunday. So y'all, look, I don't care if it's one of them is a deli manager or whatever. Look, and I'll get a Golden Globe for making a hoagie.
I like it.
Because let me get one shot. They let me do one. I ain't kidding. You talk about a death scene. I don't care. I mean, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to let y'all see the spirit leave my body. Right. So how did he do that? I'm not kidding.
I like it.
Excited, but enough about me. Well, wait a minute. I got a couple more things. I'm kidding. So, okay, where are you?
I currently reside in the lovely, beautiful paradise of Palm Springs, California.
You know what? And just let me get this out there.
Go ahead.
Because and you're gonna talk about 5:50 in the morning. Nobody told you to take your happy ass all the way across the country to another time zone. You were right here. Last time you were on my show, it was 9 o'clock for you when it's 8 o'clock for me. So that's what you get.
Moving onward and upwards,
I'm
my
kidding.
friend.
I'm saying that because
I was bound to go west.
And we miss you. There's a big gaping hole in the Midwest where you left, but hopefully you influence somebody and they're going to fill that space. But tell us about this move and just say hi to everybody and welcome back. I was just giving you a hard time because you need to, I want you getting rusty.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sherry McQueen. It's good to see you. Lori Whitney, Virginia Hodges. What's up, guys? Virginia Hodges, this is an amazing place. This is one of her favorite places. I love it. Wow, things went really south for a while back there. After my split with my ex there, Jen, Roman's mother, it was a very tumultuous split.
Now, see, when you lived in Cleveland, you used to say baby mama. Now you don't get bougie out in Palm Springs, and now it's what'd you say? Who's my son's mother?
Son's
what
mother.
Next, Rather? It's
my
not a
son's
cookie
mother.
mother.
The pinky doesn't touch the glass anymore, my guy.
It's a fig Newton. Okay, whatever. Okay, right. Okay, so that went south, all that, and we remember, and you went through a lot, and we're gonna talk about some of those things because I wanna hear what you have to say. Well, let's start right there. Tell everybody, because you and I have talked about it because we work together.
Right.
You remember that time, and I really want to talk about this, Sonny, because a lot of people experience the same sorts of things just in different ways, whether it's going to someone's event, with all these promises of rainbows and unicorns, and then they go home, sometimes with less than they came with. And what I'm talking about are people that we have around us that, we get tested. We're told in the 4 agreements to not take anything personally. We're told in the 4 agreements not to make assumptions, and that's to always do our best and to be impeccable with our word. Not in that particular order, but those are the 4. But then we get tested. No mistakes, just missteps, but we get tested because we're supposed to be spiritual and impactors that are like ninjas, Olympic gymnasts, right? So we go through things, but we come out the other end. I want to go back to that day. Let's talk about when the people we allow to sit in the front row seats of our lives. Let's call it that. That's one of my little sayings. And you got to experience that firsthand. And we had talked about this because we've been coaching together for how many years?
It's almost 3 now.
Yeah. But talk about how you don't see it coming and what it made you feel in the moment when you kind of lost it on air, but then you had to go back and you fixed yourself first. And then you fixed the situation. But just take people through that because, not everybody is as strong as you are. And just that sort of betrayal or what it seemed to be at the time. Because, we find ourselves oftentimes in situations with people, not because we're bad people or they're bad people, but simply for the opportunity to learn or to see an example of what never to become. Go from there.
Yeah, it's a lot of the things that I've learned from you through our coaching over the years was about the people that deserve to be there, the people that deserve to be in your inner circle. And I guess I'm an idiot when it comes to learning lessons, and I have to learn things the hard way. I don't know why, but apparently it's just my MO. And so after the split with my ex, I moved into a new place, started, reset up the studio, kept going and grinding forward to what I had thought was my purpose or my goal. And it still may. I mean, life has a crazy way of twisting. But I poured a lot of faith into a couple of my friends that were co-hosts on my old show, The Morning Brew, Brandon and Gavin.
Yeah.
And a couple of my moderators decided that they were unhappy not being my moderators anymore. And I don't know. I guess Brandon thought that he was going to be able to.
Don't use names.
That guy.
Here's why. Because
you know me
here.
You know me. I will call everything out. I hold nothing back. I'm a very
I
open
know,
guy.
so
We'll say my old co-hosts determined that they would be better off without me on the show, and started planning and plotting behind my back to overthrow the show. And I mean, they just did a very disgusting mutiny, as it was. And
so
they had one of the guys hack into my channel and delete it. They posted pornography on my YouTube channel, which YouTube
I thought
saw
somebody else
and
did
deleted.
that.
No, that was one. It was. I mean, I don't have the proof of which one it was, but we can go through a process of elimination, and there's only.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Without
I mean,
proof,
I'm sure there was a
we're
team.
going directly against one of the 4 agreements.
I'm sure there was a team involved in it, and you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't
There,
matter who it was.
Okay, time out. That's what we wanted to. That doesn't matter because we all have had that. But the thing about it is, what I want to talk about today is how we extract what can be of service to us from an experience like that, which then enables us to share that and pour that into other people. And now it is a two-way feed because we are being of service to them through the same pipeline.
Well, what I came to gather from it is that whether you call him God, Allah, whatever you call him,
Right.
The higher power that exists has a way of moving things out of your way in order for you to proceed to your calling or your destiny. And in the moment, I was angry. I was so angry at the betrayal. I was so angry, especially with the tumultuous situations going on with my ex at the same time and everything falling apart. I was looking at it as like, why? I'm a good dude. I do everything good. I do everything. And a great friend sat down and pointed out and said, it's not you losing everything. It's the universe moving everything out of your way. So that you're able to have a direct path to your goal or a direct path to your destiny, which it turns out that's right. Because now here we go. And I'm pursuing the dream. I'm pursuing the goal that I had and lost sight of. So here I am now.
Well, how'd you lose sight of it? We thought you were doing it every day.
And I was, and that's the thing. I just kind of went on autopilot and was just continuing to put out the good that I had come to it was a habit. I it's just gotten used to putting out that good, and I kind of put myself to the back, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I was doing for everybody else and forgot to do anything for myself. Do
you think that there was
further my goals?
Okay, is it possible that perhaps one's focus became a bit skewed or dimmed, or you know what I'm saying? Because that does happen.
May have
inside, and you know that, I'm just saying, right? Because I look at it like this. When we get ready to play the blame game, we really should start with ourselves first, because that's the only way on the other side we are able to reinvent blame and find the gold that was inside of the experience. Because, like again, I said, there's no mistakes. I don't think, just missteps. But I do want to say you're absolutely right, and so was your friend who sat you down. Because before you said what he said, I was already writing down what's in this square. Which is, you said, when things were falling apart, it looks to me from where you're sitting right now, they were actually falling in place.
100%.
Not falling apart.
And I had to realize that. I had to take a step back and realize that everything's not falling apart. It's falling in place.
Right. And see, that's the piece right there that I want someone out there must need that today. Perhaps it's one of us even right here. But that, you got what gives you that herewithal to stay in the middle on the yellow line, your purpose on one side, your passion on the other, but your patience. It's what's in the middle that allows you, because that's one thing I love about you, is how you bounce back really quickly, and I wanted to, a lot of people can't bounce back. It's like, what happens is, I used to feel that that's what was happening in my world. If I was a bungee, cord, jumping with a bungee cord. Seemed like every time I came out of something, my bungee cord was it was not as tight. It was like loose. You know what I mean? Like a boy. You know, like you ever have underwear where the waistband, remember tighty whities, and the waistband get all stretched out and things be halfway down your crack before
Right.
you couldn't even. Right. You pulling them up all day. Right. So it was like I felt like my spiritual elasticity or my personal, you know, bounce back spirit was falling apart, but it wasn't. It wasn't. What I had to do was force myself to climb to a higher place to jump from.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Not stay there. If my cord got longer, take your ass up higher. If you don't want to splat. Think about it. Tell me
100%.
what you think. Tell me how you feel about that.
I believe that we are all vehicles or vessels by which our creator or our higher power uses us to live out the purpose that we're intended for. And I think that in my own mind, I was just done there. And I think there was another purpose, other people for me to reach, other places for me to go. And here I am. And it's an amazing thing.
It is.
I don't give up. And it's not that I bounce back. I think we had a wonderful conversation about this yesterday. It's not that I bounce back. It's that I don't dwell. I let things go. I don't hang on to tragedy. I don't hang on to mistakes. I don't hang on to missteps. I don't hang on to failures. I see them, I analyze them, I take in the lesson, and I move forward.
So have you forgiven those guys that betrayed you?
100%. I don't even think it's a matter of. I don't think it's a matter of forgiveness. I think everything bad that happens to me in my life happens to me because I'm supposed to learn from it. And so I look at them as teachers and not betrayers.
But was that right? Exactly. So was it really bad?
No.
Or was it just different?
It was just different.
Yeah.
In the moment, to me, it was bad because I was emotionally invested in the situation. But when you take the emotion out of it, and you're just able to look at the lesson, everything that has happened has led me to right here. And you've heard me say that before. In that moment, in the present time, when we were talking about it, every single thing that has ever happened in my life has led me to this moment.
Exactly.
And here we are years later. Everything that has happened,
it pours in, and it goes beyond where we started when they slapped us on the ass and we went, and we're here.
100%.
We carry with us everything that our ancestors sent through our bloodlines in our DNA to us as well. Those that 100%. Have, ancestors, we don't even know their names, don't even know they existed, but their DNA, their spirit, those, found their way into ours. So I wanted to ask you about how you feel. Do you feel, are you searching for where do you feel you're at right now? That's a question. I'm gonna just back it up. That's a question that I had a download last week that all the people that coach with me have been given the challenge of asking themselves this very question. That's what the download said to have them do every day. Whenever it strikes them, stop what you're doing and do it for 30 days straight. And the question is, stop and you ask yourself, hey, Lauren, do you really realize where you are in this world right now? Right now, do you see it? Because it's right there. And I know something's going to happen for those of us who actually stop and ask that question for 30 days straight. I'm keeping a little thing because I was thinking I was doing it and I wasn't. I only have 5 days in a row. I'm going to keep it going because I want to see. But I want to ask you, when you're moving to, what do you follow? What does your GPS system feel like or look like so that no matter what, because you know how it is. Sometimes pride gets away and if I lead people and think I'm running, this, that, and the other, or but that's again, if we just follow the 4 agreements, that whatever. But even though, like you said, it's in that moment that matters the most. So what is it? How does it speak to you? What is greater than you? How does it tell you, come on, Sonny, pack up, let's go here, let's go there? Because you don't go, it seems like when you went to Florida, when all that stuff, you were Over just like that. Your life went from waking up, going to bed, everything's yours, the baby's there, boom, boom, to being locked out, police, and then saying, oh, he broke this, all that stuff that went down. But then the next day or so, there you were on a plane on your way to Florida. So it's almost like you're Jonah, the Jonah syndrome, where, but you actually go to where it tells you to go. What is that? And how do you know?
I think it's the intervention of my higher power, and B, the people I keep in my life. And again, it's my higher power uses whatever vessel it needs to throw me a lifeline to get you out of the situation, whatever it is. And in that situation, a couple of friends of mine, great people in Florida, called and said, hey, you need to get out of that situation, create some space. And I did. And the ability to go down, sit down and analyze things from the outside perspective allows you to take your emotion out of it and just look at it intellectually and logically, because that is when we navigate things the best, is when we can intellectually and logically look at the situation while pulling the emotion out of it. Because in the moment, emotion is ruling. We're instinctive creatures, so emotion is very powerful in us, and we can't really make the best logical or intellectual decision based upon emotion.
No, that's why it's called a knee-jerk reaction,
right?
And not a response.
Right.
Because the response, you got to kind of walk around, step back, take a look,
right.
Breathe, change the
air.
And
trust me, the emotion is very difficult to get over, because like with that situation, from my side, if you're a fan of my ex or a fan of those other guys, I'm the most vile creature on the planet. like they will paint that picture that I'm the most vile human being.
And that's just the ones on
the planet.
I'm just saying, because even if you didn't know they were saying that or doing that, trust me, somebody else is somewhere doing the same thing. That's why it's called #haters.
If people aren't hating on you, you ain't doing something right.
Well, and there's got to be a reason. So, but let's talk about this, because I think a lot of people get it confused. They get it twisted, wherein a lot of people believe that emotions and feelings are one and the same. I don't.
No.
So tell me, well, what's your take on that?
No. A feeling. Well, I think emotion is regulated through love and hate, one way or another. On either side of the spectrum is love or hate when it comes to emotion. Feeling is empathy for a situation. So, you can watch a movie that makes you cry. And that is coming from a basis of emotion, but there's no love or hate involved in that situation. Or that's feeling. Watching a movie, cry, that's feeling, because you can empathize with the character or the situation. Emotion is when you're involved, and it either comes from one end or the other of the spectrum of love and hate.
Well, and you know how I break it down? I just look at it, for me personally, I just always remember, I have to tell myself, Lauren, remember, emotions can hurt. Feelings get hurt.
That's a very good concept.
I'm gonna let that sit there for a second.
I like that. I like that.
It's just locked and loaded, because
put that in
try to reverse it. Feelings can hurt. No, your feelings get hurt. Your emotions don't get hurt. Your emotions, it creates the hurt.
That's a good man. I never thought about that.
I hadn't either. It came through me. It didn't come from me. Where's my pen at? Here it is.
Where's the bell?
Hitting that with the other hand. There you go. So, okay. So, and a lot of that right there, those two, the distinction of those two is what allows me to get to the point of flipping the lever of release, the forgiveness, whatever thing to sever it, to leave it, to not carry it, is what any of us, whatever you call it, get to it and make sure that when how you've really done it, when you can legitimately wish whatever that was well.
No doubt.
Mean it.
100%.
Even if you halfway mean it, it'll get you through to the other side of it. You just got to, the other day, here it is. here, and I'm going to throw it back over to you. Everything works when whatever it is we're doing, whatever decision we're making, whatever choice we're taking, when we do it because it means something to us, then usually, I say 100% of the time, it then has the potential to be meaningful for others.
Right.
It has to be something. So if you just say, oh, fuck off, you know, you might think you mean it. Well, yeah, I meant it. But does it have any meaning?
Right.
Is it meaningful for anyone else? If it's not, that's a wash. It's a big fat goose egg. So how do you keep your temper? Because when we watch the video, you're like very animated, and some people are like, oh, I hate to see him mad. Was there ever a time, Sonny, where you thought that, you know, anger was going to be your downfall? And if so, how come we don't see really any of that now? I get it, because I get passionate and people think, oh, there goes another angry black man. Whatever.
Right.
You know, and I thought I had to change that. Then I said, screw it. I ain't changing shit. You know what I'm saying? Right.
There's a difference between being angry and being animated. And
right.
I
why do
think
people get it confused? Do they get it confused with you?
all the time.
Talk about that.
But people think that I lose control, or I'm out of control and I'm angry. I'm just passionate and animated about whatever it is that we're going with. You know, it's so hard, and this is where I'm at now in my journey of learning and discovery, is to discover why people are so resentful, or why people hold on to things that clearly affect you. Because if you just let something go and realize that the changing the past isn't going to do anything.
Don't leave what you just said. You just said, if you let, how did you put that again? Exactly. Wait a minute. Okay. You said, if you just let something go, didn't you?
Right.
Which happens to be track number 8 on my CD. You can get it on Amazon, iTunes, digital download music. It's sold.
Ooh, turn it around, baby.
You open the door, and don't say nothing about stars or space, because I'm gonna put up the Star Trek convention stuff.
Oh, no doubt. How did you get into Star Trek? I don't get
God, source. You know, I mean, why not? I communicate through that space.
Name a character on Star Trek.
Oh, that guy, Chewbacca.
That's Star Wars, my guy.
Oh, Star Trek. Oh, Lieutenant Uhura. I'm going to the black lady.
Lieutenant Uhura.
Uhura.
I don't remember.
Captain Kirk's occasional chocolate fantasy.
I remember Data. Was that his name?
Data. That's on the newer one.
What about the Reading Rainbow guy that wore the gold visor?
Burton.
LeVar Burton.
He'll be there.
Oh,
really? I think he's gonna be there. Right. Well,
great guy.
You know, come on. Yeah. Incredible. It just happened. You know.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. They reached out. And I already mentioned the thing about the movie, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So anyway,
I'm excited for you.
I'm probably gonna be the deli guy.
I'm currently working with somebody to maybe get my entire story down into a script. Noah got introduced to.
I might as well tell you, since I'm in the industry now, because I officially received a script. That's called a treatment. I googled it.
A treatment.
I
like it.
Yeah.
About getting the life story done in a movie. As some type of
how
movie.
You gonna do that? You ain't done.
No. That's just a story. You know what I mean? Just a segment. My story is far from over.
I know.
In fact, we're just getting started. I'd love to tell you about what the plan is, but we got to kind of keep a plug in it until we get everything solidified. But
sure.
We're starting a business here. I have met an amazing. You ever heard of a twin flame?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's a new concept for me. Because I'm with the soulmate thing.
Twin flame, evenly yoked.
Yeah, it's so a twin flame is 2 parts of one soul that were ripped apart that came back. Because this story is absolutely incredible. I have met my equal, in emotion and in drive and passion and it's been such an amazing journey so far. And we're building out here in Palm Springs and business is going to be booming, and it's giving back in such an amazing fashion. I can't wait to share it with you guys. And as soon as I'm able to, I will definitely be to share it. You guys are going to absolutely love what we got going on out here. It's incredible. Helping.
So why the secrecy?
Well,
Why
I mean,
is it we, she, and you don't know.
The business that we're doing is not. It's trending, and we don't want to let that cat out of the bag, so somebody doesn't grab that up and be like, "Ooh."
No, I mean,
you know,
do we ever get to meet this person?
Oh, sure. Oh, you definitely will. Soon.
Oh, okay.
Very
I'm
soon.
seeing a whole bunch of feet.
I'm talking
post, yours and another. And I'm like, well,
that's yeah. I got that from Travis Barker, because Travis Barker is now with Kourtney Kardashian, and they were together for quite a while, and all they would show. Well, he showed a picture of their hands together and said, "Anywhere with you," and I loved the concept. And so, I mean. I'm maybe it's a little bit of a tease, build up some hype or whatever. But when y'all meet this young lady, it's she's an amazing human being. So
what do you say to people that say, "Well, shoot, that was awfully quick"?
It was not awfully
got
quick.
Over that other one. He sure And
that's the
might
thing.
Be a rebound.
That's the thing. It's not awfully quick. First of all, I was over the relationship that I was in 6 months prior to leaving.
OVER.
And it's been 6 months. Since then,
right?
It's time to move on,
not FaceTime.
Right? It's time to move on. I mean, you got to let things go.
That's what we're talking about. And when we come back, you guys, we get your questions ready, your comments. We're gonna go into what the new plan is as far as Sonny's different shows and whatnot, and talk about what it feels like to have just recently made his first magazine cover. So we're gonna talk about that and other things, but in order to find out what those other things are, you got to stay. We'll be right back.
Well, hello and welcome, everybody. Hey, today is an amazing So that's important. And I love what you said. You know, this too shall pass, people. It's not permanent. Whatever's going on.
Welcome back to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Flora Michaels Harris. Today, my guest is Sonny Von Cleveland, Sonny Von Cray Cray. So,
Great. I like it.
right. We talked about a lot of stuff so far today, emotions versus feelings and all of that, falling apart versus falling in place. So I want to talk about now, what's it feel like to simultaneously be uprooted at the same time as you're about to be on your very first magazine cover? Did it seem kind of like,
man, it's weird. I think it re-solidifies that what I'm doing with my life is right, and that I'm moving in the right direction because I'm still speaking, I'm still motivating people, I'm still accomplishing a lot of things. I've decided to take that spotlight off and do it for, I never came at it with a selfish purpose. You know what I mean? I never started it from a selfish reason for accolades or any of that. And so I kind of took that spotlight off and just started doing things for
let me ask you something.
The joy and love of doing it.
I got a question.
Fire away.
Get ready, y'all. So, yeah, right there. Oh, thanks, Sonny. So, Sonny, I'm glad you held that up. So why do you feel that opportunity made its way to you? Because I know the exact answer. And why is that?
I think authenticity is appealing. I think it shows when you overcome so much adversity and you're able to stand up and help and selflessly give of yourself to try to show somebody else, like, hey, I know you've endured some shit. I can help. This can help get you through it. And I feel it was the universe saying, hey, you're on the right path. Keep it going. You eat
Morningstar Farm. Brian made them.
Hey, what?
Vegetarian sausage. Why do you think I call it Bathrobe Moments? You eat breakfast in your bathroom.
Vegetarian sausage.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just kidding. So listen, exactly. Now, because, and I'm not saying it for any other reason than this is an important thing for everybody to understand. I'm going to tell you exactly why that happened. Because I'm the person that made it happen. And you know why? Because I have been there. And I remembered how many times no one seemed to eat. I was invisible. Nothing ever came. And you've had just as many, if not more. But because what I mentioned earlier, how you get your little moment. We all do when at first you get blindsided, bitch slapped by ego or whatever it is. But you get right back up and you focus on what this is really all about. And I wanted you to understand that when something is trying to steal your glory, steal your joy, disrupt your purpose, that if you just keep doing your best, what is greater than will always take care of the rest. And there are those of us, and that's why it was time. And you know what? One person was moved out of the place, because you remember one of my other clients was supposed to be on that cover, but was going through some things and said, I don't want to put that out there right now because I can't give it my best. Fourth agreement. And then it immediately showed me your face. So when I said I put it together, it wasn't like I came up with it. I didn't. It was shown to me and I went through with it. I followed through with it. But that's because what is greater than exactly what you said, wanted you to know, keep going. Everything is here not to define you, but it's happening to refine you. So I just wanted to say, because I don't want you to go through this and ever forget that. Because that's what happens when we think we are alone. Something is telling us something that you are never alone, never have been, never have to be. Fact. If you stay connected. So let's talk about what can we look forward to in the coming months, the next year, as far as you want to throw it across the pond of purpose. What do you got?
I believe, again, everything happens for a reason. And I believe everything has a process. Mm-hmm. And so I'm kind of undergoing training right now to maximize my talent and my ability to continue going in the direction that I want to go, to expand from where I'm at. Because I started with the goal of I just want to help somebody somewhere. I want to help them, and that was a limiting goal. I want to help as many as possible. I want to help millions of people. If I can change one life, I can change a million lives. But there is a process to that, and networking, raising finances, and things like that. So I've found myself in the position where I need to focus on building this business really quickly to get that up and running. And again, everything can snowball. When you're doing something right and you're living your purpose, things will go. It's crazy because we talk about this crazy warp that we're in, how everything moves so fast, but at super slow-mo speed. Like we're going in warp speed, slow as hell, it's a weird concept when you think.
It's not so weird because let's go with that analogy you just used with snowballing. If you do stuff with purpose and patience, you get a snowball going downhill. If you don't and you do knee-jerk reaction, you get an avalanche.
Right, and it's crazy how
two different outcomes.
It's crazy how everything varies because this is one of the most expensive places in the country, and yet everything just falls into place because you put forth your purpose. Well, and this is the desire, this is the purpose, and all of a sudden, everything's
money doesn't stop us from anything.
From anything.
Money does, but you know what the problem is for a lot of people? They manifest, they speak into existence, they work on manifesting money instead of working on manifesting abundance. Because abundance, it comes in way more forms than just money. It means spirit, joy, laughter, anything that you can pour out of you into something or someone else is abundance. It means it's more than enough.
Right.
For just you. So manifest abundance and not money, and you'll get everything that comes.
The money is always going to come. We live in a capitalist society.
If you're trustworthy of what to do with it.
Right. Money's always going to come. It's if you take that out of your purpose, abundance is what is going to fulfill you. Money's not going to fulfill you. Money's going to take care of your problems, but living your purpose in abundance is what fulfills you. And so that's something that I'm going through, and that's something that I'm learning as well. Like,
do you feel, let me ask you, because I got to stop you right there. Do you feel you live within your purpose or live your purpose?
I live my purpose.
I live within mine.
100%.
I live within mine. You know why? Because I want to be the yolk. And I want everything that feeds that yolk, that white of the egg, that shell. I want all that around me. I don't want to be exposed because I already know, when I try to do things by myself, it don't turn out so well.
And I still kind of
but I mean, everybody, I'm not saying yours is wrong.
Right.
But we have to have a way we look at it. We have to define what it means to us. And not just take some cookie cutter definition. You got to Play-Doh it, make it fit.
My goal is not to change your life. My goal is to give you the option to change your life because I can't change your life. I can present to you the options to change your life, but I can't change your life no more than I can change your diet. I can't.
When you get famous, they're gonna have somebody. They're gonna make skits about you on Saturday Night Live because you make it so easy. I'm sitting here going, I should memorize how he does so I can do SONNY impersonations. Hey, that's not so far-fetched. That those movie people, when they first reached out to me, guess what they asked me to read for? A black Elvis impersonator.
Do the lip thing. Do it right now.
No.
I
was like, but then you know what I said to myself? I said, you know what? Okay, that'll be a great icebreaker when I'm on Jimmy Fallon.
Sure.
That's what the first, or when you get your Golden Globe or your Oscar. I remember when, let's talk about that real quick. We got a few minutes left. Now, some people might say, Oscar, I if anything I've seen anyone else have, I believe I can have it if I want it.
100%.
Anything.
See,
100%. That's where we're alike.
Right. One of the greatest men to walk the earth was Nelson Mandela, who served, 20 years in prison?
More than
Became the
that.
president of his country
Right.
after leaving prison. There's nothing you can't do in this world if you want it. There's a huge difference between thinking you want something and wanting something. You know what I mean? Desire is something completely different. If you live, eat, sleep, and breathe your purpose, there's nothing you can't do. Nothing.
That's right. Can I get something out of the way so I don't get in trouble? Okay, real quick. Oh, I just popped the top. That's right. My daily V8. In here, you have 60 calories. You have 2 servings of vegetables, and it's 100% vegetable juice. Have you had your V8? Get your vitamins in 1 can every day. V8. Okay.
Are you a V8 spokesman now?
Product placement, yes.
I like it. I've been learning
and I
to help
actually have to drink it. Matter of fact, at first they were trying to say, pour it in a glass. I was like I'm live. But they're saying, no, you don't have to do that. Because I told them I already got 100 things on the desk.
When I was a kid, I thought V8 was what you use to make tomato soup.
People do put it in there.
I bet.
Uh-huh.
I've been on the health kick as of late. That's something else I want to get to. Like, I used to drink.
You have been looking a little chunky.
I used to drink a lot of beer.
I'm kidding.
And not a lot of activity in my life, eating a lot of bullshit foods. But lately, over the last 2.5 weeks, I have been eating nothing but healthy stuff. Salads with spinach and fruits and nuts. I swim every morning. I go down to the pool, jump in, swim for 20 minutes. I read I got a motivational book that I read, whatever. I read that, hit the gym, do a little bit of workout, all this before 8 o'clock.
Right. 8 o'clock. That's when my show goes on the air.
Right. So before 8 o'clock.
Right. But let's talk about that. And how is that affecting or enhancing what you're doing now as opposed to, the routine that you had before? There's something really powerful in what we do each day to ground ourselves, which is really a platform to go out and do 100%. Great things in the world. So do you feel the difference physically?
100%.
Where are you feeling it, Sonny? Where are you feeling it?
100%. I'm feeling it in my gut, first and foremost. My gut has gone down, which is incredible.
Oh, I was kidding. I didn't know you had a gut. You look so thin. Really? Was it COVID?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Pandemic. Yeah.
Yes, it was. 100%. It was all COVID. Laziness had nothing to do with it.
And COVID fat was some ugly fat. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like regular fat. It just
mentally
unattractive places.
When you live a healthy lifestyle, I'm coming to determine you're more mentally strong as well. The ability to focus is incredible.
Clarity.
And it's funny we say clarity because I'm learning so much here. But as I get up earlier, I got that. You see what I did there?
Yeah, I did.
You see, my ability to wake up and think, the ability to, when I get done with the gym, come back, take a shower, all of a sudden I look at the clock. It's a little after 8, maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock a.m., and I'm ready to go. I'm clear-headed. I can think. I'm on point. My purpose is present in my mind. And it just gives you such a great start to the day that you're able to just go kick ass every day.
Talk about how you spring from that moment you just described into how does that affect the setting of your intentions for that day?
I mean,
you find yourself setting clearer intentions, reasonable,
100%. 100%.
I know, me too.
I now finally got the book, the calendar going. Finally. It took me forever. And again, I had a wonderful dinner last night with the sports psychiatrist and his wife.
So did I.
Nice.
My calendar, yes.
You've been on it though.
I know it.
You've been on it.
This is my system. I'm ashamed of it.
We had an amazing dinner at a local staple in Palm Springs called Tropical. and we discussed.
I'm gonna need some money for you plugging them on here. I'm just saying.
We discussed why
Laura Michaels Harris. I'm kidding. Go ahead. Sorry.
We discussed why we have things on our itinerary to do and then they don't do them. Because there's something intrinsically holding you back because it's not time. Like my book. I've been talking about my autobiography. I've gone through the steps to start, and yet I don't do it. And I was starting to get onto myself like, what the hell is wrong with you? This would make an incredible story, make an incredible book. It could really help your brand, blah, blah, blah. And then the psychiatrist pointed out to me last night, there's something holding you back. There's a reason you're not doing it. And you need to recognize that because it's not time. It's just not time. Otherwise, there's no excuse why I couldn't be doing it. I could be writing my book like there's nothing stopping me. And yet I'm not doing it because it's not time.
Well, hold on. If that were the case, there'd be no such thing as procrastination. Well, there's things in our lives where it's time and you let it get, that's how things get infected because you didn't put the stuff on it to stop it in time.
Well, so, that's you're talking more corrective than
I'm talking about anything that is on the outside of our world can be mirrored to something on the inside.
Sure.
It's the same thing. That's why it's out there. I feel they're examples. They're clues that are left. If you have a kid who won't clean up their room and they just want to shut the door and you say no, why? Because what it looks like in that room is pretty much what it looks like in here right now. So get in there and clean it up.
Right.
Changes everything. So that's where I'm going with it, is all I'm saying.
Right. I think it's not time. I don't think it's time yet for that book.
Well, it may not be, but I'm saying I don't know if that works for everything, because there are people that just won't pull the trigger. Fear of the unknown, low self-esteem.
The first step is the hardest.
Well, we're going to keep our eyes out for all these wonderful things that are happening. For those of you who are interested in getting over, if you don't know about what Sonny's got going, get over. I'm going to throw some stuff up on the screen. First, we'll get that running down there. Get over to Facebook if you could. What is that? Facebook.com. That's for anybody.
That's for anybody.
What happened to see, I don't like that. Here we go. Go here. SonnyVonCleveland.com, because I'm sure they can find all roads from there, correct?
All roads from there, right there.
Your music review show, tell them when and where, how to find it.
It doesn't have a schedule. It's just on YouTube. I try to post a couple videos a day.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't, but I have a Twitch schedule. I do live shows every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I'm live on Twitch at Sonny Von Cleveland 720. And that is 2 p.m. Eastern as well.
Okay.
And generally at 2 p.m. you can find me live.
Okay, and I just dropped Sonny's YouTube channel link into the comments, so you guys after the show just click on it and just skip right on over there if that's what you'd like to do. Trying to
come on over and come hang out. We have some incredible people in our community and in our Discord from around the world that have a core value of wanting to be there for each other and help,
I can attest to that,
and help love build the community. It's an incredible community. I'm so blessed to have
you really are
in my life.
You really are, and that is why you get up every time. Sometimes we use our own hands to push ourselves up. Sometimes it's like this, and somebody's got to take one hand. Sometimes the world, our friends, our circles of influence, come up and put everything underneath us and do all the lifting for us. So that again is another reason we come together whenever we can, not just in this format, but just in spirit as well, because whatever two people do in the like-mindedness of greatness, okay, let's put it that way, it's going to prosper. It's going to live on. And I'm so grateful for you, Sonny. You know where we're at. Come back anytime when you have
I need you and Brian to bring your asses out here.
Oh my goodness, we got so many road trips. No, y'all need to come to Vegas to the Star Trek convention.
I'll be in Ohio at that time.
I know. I already invited you. And you told me, yeah.
But anytime, my friend, you guys have a bed here, a bathroom there, pools and spas right over here, man. Come take a vacation.
Say that too loud.
The door's open.
Don't say that too loud. He's working from home today. He'll be saying, "Let's go next weekend." No, so because we're going to the Carolinas, we're driving. over the week of the 4th for 10 days to look at maybe retiring there. We'll see. It's just
Retire.
be a 5-year project.
Here.
No.
This is where you go.
I lived in California all those years, Hollywood.
Have you been to Palm Springs?
Yeah. High desert, all that. Boy, please.
This place.
Come on now. I'm a 59-year-old gay man. You going to ask me if I ever been to Palm
That's
Springs?
what I was thinking. Like, bro,
Girl,
listen.
quit playing. I'll just play. Listen, you guys get out there today and be the best version of yourself so that you can live the best version of your life. If you really want that, ask yourself, do you know where you are in this universe right now? It's right there. Everything you want, everything you need and could ever be is right there. Can you see it? I'll see you, hopefully, God willing, tomorrow morning on the front porch at 8 a.m. Central when we do it again for our next episode of Bathrobe Moments. Sonny, thank you so much.
No doubt. Love you guys, man.
Do you have a show coming up today anywhere? Or when?
I do. 2 o'clock on Twitch. Come check me
2
out.
o'clock. And what did they look for on Twitch? Just
Sonny Von Cleveland 720.
okay, there it is, 720. You guys, I love you. Get out and be the blessing you want to see in the world. Thank you for joining us here for Bathrobe Moments. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Boy, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind.